recorded.
See, last class that program is not working. No? That actually problem with Eclipse only. 1 minute, I'll check it once again. See, this is actually problem with Eclipse only. So already added OJDBC 6_G.jar registration, solid, everything is there, but problem with Eclipse only. See, again I'm running. Registration. Init method is not calling. In a server console, null pointer exception. Present I'll show you manually. Already written. Registration solid program is written. Login solid you have to write. Added. OGDBC 6_G we have to add. That is also there. Here. Lib folder also it is okay. Without lib folder also it works. Reference library is added. Connection equal to null not required. Default is null. By default is null. Lib folder explicitly not required. Manually if we create, then lib required. Okay, we'll see once again like this also. Run on server. Same problem. 1 minute. I change it to reg3. Okay, 1 minute. I'll copy into server folder better. Server folder I'll copy. I'll close this. The jar file directly I'll copy in server. We can do like that also. This PC C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat, lib. Here I'll paste. Like this also we can do it. This make comes directly I copied in server folder. Instead of build path, instead of lib, directly I copied in server. That Eclipse settings only problem. Now it may works because directly I copied in server. Homepage.html registration. Not it working. Okay. What I did is I copied that jar file directly in server. Okay. Now that is some actually build path required. Actually, right click, build path, configure build path. Here libraries, class path. You have to add. This is actual procedure, but it is not working here. Okay, that is I copied in server window directly. 1 minute. I changed a little bit. That names I changed. Reg.html. What you written here reg. That reg notes like that only write it. Because already modified 2 times. That is the reason reg3 written. It is not accepting another name. Now web.xml. In a web.xml also reg3 I given. That reg only okay. I changed it. That is the reason. Like this reg3 written. Now in the registration servlet. This is actual registration servlet. You have successfully registered message. Your center tag I didn't write. Center tag and remaining all okay. This is init with parameter written, without parameter written notes. With parameter or without parameter? Without parameter, no? There are two init methods. Init method, what you written without parameter or with parameter? With parameter. Solid config parameter, no? Solid config. What is the difference? I'll explain. Solid config, something config is there, no? You written like that only. Like that also possible, like this also possible. What's the difference? I'll explain. See, now again I'll run. With parameter also, without parameter also works. What's the difference? I'll explain. There are two init methods. See, you have registered successfully. This is checking purpose. I written established. This line not required. Now this is not required. I removed. Without parameter also works. With parameter also works. What's the difference? I would explain. Not completed. Now we can check SQL prompt. Connection system manager. Select star from student. Sorry. Select star from uinfo. See, two users registered. Okay. Now login solid left. Login solid. Okay. Login solid. These all I'll close. Control Shift W. Save. Now you observe. Next. Next, right click. Now login to is there. Login to. I changed. Just I copied. Login to. In that, right click. New. Solid. Now package name login to. Class name login solid. It is generic solid. Till I didn't explain HTTP solid. Generic solid. Okay. Next. Edit. It will login. Okay. Next. Remove this. Here init required, destroy required. Finish. See, this is we are right. You have seen already task. What is our task? Login and registration. This is our task. See, these three HTML pages completed. This solid completed. This solid we have to write. Login solid. So first of all, we have to receive username password from login.html. Then we have to check in the database. If exists, welcome. Else, invalid username password. This is our task. Now here, first of all, connection. Where we have to write connection establishment. Init method or service method or destroy method. Init method. Now init method we have to establish the connection. What we have to write? Class dot for name. Now driver. What's the driver? Oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot Oracle driver. Loading it. Driver completed. Establishing connection. Connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection. Now jdbc colon Oracle colon thin colon at localhost colon 1521 XE. username system, password manager. Okay. This connection can be accessed in the service method? No. That's what I'll remove here. I'll write as an instance variable. Now connection con. By default null it will take. No need to write. By default null it will take. Okay. Now connection purpose control shift O. Now connection established. Now here these two lines it will throwing exception. Alt shift Z. Try multi-catch. Now in service destroy method you have to close the connection. Destroy method. Destroy method you have to close the connection. Connection dot close. This will throw exception. Alt shift Z. Now connection closing. Here we have to write the task. Now first of all we have to retrieve username password. We have to retrieve. For retrieving which method we use? For receiving request parameter which method we use? Give me answer. Studied no last class? 2 days gap came, you forgot. Get parameter. Get parameter. Return type string. String s1 equal to request dot get parameter. Parameter name from login.html comes uname. Next string s2 equal to request dot get parameter p-word. P-word in HTML field must match. Say here in HTML program in a login to login.html. Here in HTML program uname p-word whatever I written that one this one must match. Okay. Uname p-word. Now two parameters received. Request parameters whatever I entered here and here these two received. These two we have to check in the database. If you want to check in the database, which query we have to write? Which query we have to write? Query. Whether given username password exists or not, I want to check. Select query. Select query required. Select query static required, dynamic required. Which one required? Dynamic required. For dynamic SQL queries, which statement required? Prepared statement. Prepared statement PSTMT equal to connection dot prepare statement. Here SQL query we have to write. What is the SQL query we have to write? Select star from uinfo where uname equal to question mark and p-word equal to question mark. So this username, this password we have to fill. Username password already received here s1 s2 we have to fill. How to fill? Prepared statement dot set string. First question mark s1. Next prepared statement dot set string. Second question mark s2. Now here what will happen? Select a star from uinfo where uname equal to question mark and p-word equal to question mark. First question mark nothing but s1. Second question mark nothing but s2. Now this query executed. Query result set rs equal to prepared statement dot execute query. Now given username password exists. Given username password if it is exist, how many records returns? Now is a query. Select a star from uinfo where uname equal to question mark and p-word equal to question mark. Then how many records returns? How many? 1. Given username, password is there. One comes. Not there. How many records returns? No records. Now, result set is generated. Result set is generated here. In this query, result set is generated either one record or zero record. Okay. Now, this result set contains like this. Select a star from. Star means all fields. All fields like a F name, L name, U name, P word. All fields. All fields as a result set comes. Now, select a star from uinfo where uname equal to question mark and P word equal to question mark. Given username, password, if it is there, one record returns. One record returns. Okay. Whenever result set is generated, where is the result set pointer? Before first record. Now, if I call next method, it returns true or false. What it returns? True. Suppose given username, password not there, then it will not return record. Cursor is here. If I call next method, now it returns true or false. False. So rs dot next method will call. Returning true means record is there. Returning false means record is not there. Okay. So here, if here, if rs dot next, if rs dot next, if rs dot next is there, okay, if rs dot next record is exist, else record does not exist. See here our task, if exist welcome, else invalid username password. But print writer required inside the if also, print writer required else inside the else also. Now suppose if I write print writer here, can we access here? Suppose I'll write here print writer pw equal to response dot get writer. Now this pw dot println, welcome. Okay, welcome username also I'll print s1. Else here that pw can I access here? Give me answer. Invalid username or password. Like this I'll write. Can we access this pw here? This pw, whatever I created here, can we access in the else block? Give me answer. It is core Java question. Can we access? No. It is called block variable. Outside of the block, not possible. That's what we have to do now. This print writer we have to create outside the if. Now, if I create here, can we access in the if? Can we access in the else? That's what it is better. Okay. Now, welcome username, invalid username or password. Now, if you want to add HTML, HTML required for if also, HTML required for else also. If I write HTML here, that HTML, is it applicable for this? Suppose HTML, if I write outside, is it applicable for both? That's what HTML also I'll write outside. See, HTML body, BG color, suppose red, text color, suppose yellow, suppose center. Like this, I'm writing. Level 1 heading. Okay. This is, I'll close here. pw.println, level 1 heading close, center close, body close, HTML close. Okay. Now print writer we have to resolve. Control Shift O. That is clear. But these all try catch blocks. We have to select the code. Alt Shift Z. Try multi catch. Over. Now you observe, I'll explain. Once you observe, complete program here. Now you return login only continue here. One package, okay. In that whatever required all imported. Here I return connection outside because connection required inside the init also, destroy also, service also. That's what I return outside. Here init method connection established, destroy method connection closed. Here task first username password retrieved. Given username password is there or not, it will check here. Select a star from uinfo where uname equal to question mark and pword equal to question mark. Okay, that query values are filled here. After that executed. Given record is there, it returns true. True means welcome, else false means invalid username password. This HTML for both applicable. Now I'll run this program. I'll change the browser, window, web browser, Chrome. Now select, right click, run as, run on server, save, localhost, Tomcat, next, finish. Now you observe first homepage.html. Okay, now this is, say, welcome to Naresh Technologies. If you are new user, you'll click on registration. Already existed, you'll click on login. So a new user, registration. Now I'll enter username, like first name, last name, username, password, whatever you want, you can enter. After that, submit. See, here you have registered successfully. Now login hyperlink. You can click here. Again, login form. Here, already 3 users are there. Now just now one more registered. Triple A, triple B, triple C. Now with this any user you can log in. Support triple C, submit. See, welcome triple C. Back. If it is wrong password, say invalid username password. So this HTML, whatever I given HTML colors, all those things applicable for welcome page also, invalid also, because it's a one solid only written. Triple C. Okay. See, same red color, yellow color. That is applicable for invalid also, applicable for welcome page also. One solid only. Okay. Now invalid username password. This is complete program. I'll explain once again also. First you write this program. After that I'll explain. This program I'll share in Google Classroom also. Okay. What you do is you write it login only, because already you written login. Previous login only write it. Instead of importing these many statements, I'm giving star. Okay. Unnecessary things I'm removing. Radism. Is it over? I'll explain about this once again. This is not only online session, offline session also. Is it over? See, I'll explain. You observe. First, is it completed all people? See, here package. This is package. So in a login package, this program created. Now IO package for print writer class and IO exception. So IO package for print writer class and IO exception. SQL package for connection, driver manager, prepared statement, result set for 4. This is generic solid, solid config, solid request, solid response. These all comes under generic solid. Now solid package. You observe here init method is there, destroy method is there, service method is there. Already know these three called life cycle methods. Init method, service method, destroy method, life cycle methods. Okay. Listen the class, listen. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. HTTP solid till I didn't explain. I'll explain. Okay. Now listen the class. See here our program is in login package, IO package for print writer class, IO exception class, SQL package for driver manager, connection, prepared statement, result set, solid package for generic solid, solid config, solid request, solid response. Okay. After this in a login solid, see why we are extending generic solid class to derive life cycle. But actually life cycle methods in which interface? Solid interface. But instead of solid interface, why we are extending generic solid? If I inherit solid, what is the problem? All methods mandated to override. That's what we are inheriting generic solid. If we extend generic solid, how many methods mandatory? One method. Remaining methods are optional. But present we require init and destroy. That's what. Now init destroy. See in the init method what I given? Connection establishment code. In the destroy method what I given? Connection closing code. Okay. Init method connection establishment code. Destroy method connection closing code. Now suppose this init connection establishment code, if I write in the service method, what is the problem? Every request connection established. That is the reason we are writing inside the init method. Init method how many times called? One time. Whenever first request come, then only called. Okay. That is the reason we written here. Destroy method only one time. Connection closing whenever application is undeployed or server shuts down. Now according to our task, this is our task diagram. See here username, password, you'll enter, you'll click on submit button. First it will receive whatever you entered in this login.html. First it will receive that code we written here. See request.get parameter uname, request.get parameter p-word, whatever you entered in the uname box and p-word box received by S1, S2. Now select a star from uinfo from where uname equal to, select star from uinfo where uname equal to question mark and p-word equal to question mark. This question mark place S1, this question mark place S2. With that result set generated. If the given username password exists, one record written. If the given username password does not exist, no records returns. Then result set will be like this. Result set will be like this. Either maybe one record will be there or no records. First name, last name, uname, p-word, star nothing but this one. Now this is result set. If the given username password exists, now actually these are fields. F name, L name, U name, P word. Here, suppose record is there. Record is there. Now result set generated. Select a star from U info where U name equal to question mark and P word equal to question mark. Whatever I entered, suppose that is there. Then result set generated. Cursor is here. If I call next method, it returns true or false. True. Then welcome page, welcome username printed. Suppose given username password does not exist. If I call next method now, it returns false. Then invalid username password displayed. Okay. This is program. Now here we required oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. This is available in ojdbc6_g.jar file in Oracle 11g. If it is 18, 19, 21, ojdbc8_g.jar file. That is I copied in lib folder, Tomcat lib folder, either application lib folder, otherwise build path here. You can right click, build path, configure build path here. Libraries, class path, external jar, you can select. This is one approach, but this approach not working in my system. That's what I copied there. Okay. Now this is complete this program. Now here while writing program, what you have to take care, you observe in this program, homepage.html, login registration. Here you observe. Here login, if you click login.html, registration if you click reg.html. So the file name must match. That login.html should present. Suppose here I'll written login, here I written login.html, but here I written registration, here reg.html I written. Suppose here reg.html will write, but there registration.html will write. Will it work? No. That is you have to take care. Whatever you written file name here, that file name should exist. Okay. Now here login.html, then login.html should present. reg.html should present. That is first you have to take care. Next, after this registration hyperlink, you will click reg.html open. Here what we written, see reg.html. Now in reg.html, whenever you click on submit button, this URL pattern executed. Now here I given reg3, it is not accepted. That is the reason I have taken. You written reg, that is only continue. Now here reg, that URL pattern must match in XML file. So whenever you click on submit button, it is going to be executed. This one should present in a web.xml. Here this is must present in a web.xml. That is configured registration solid. Okay. That should present, otherwise error comes. Now after this, f name, l name, u name, p word. F name, l name, u name, p word. These all must present in registration solid. These all must present in registration solid. Here you observe. Here must present f name, l name, u name, p word. If it is not matched, suppose there you written f name, suppose here you written fn, it will not work. That one, this one must match. As well as here f name, l name, u name, p word, this should match. After that, see login hyperlink, if you click login.html, this file should exist. Okay. After that, it is stored, it comes here. Now here login.html. login.html here. Again, when you click on submit button, this URL pattern must present in the web.xml. This uname, this pivot must present in the solid login.solid. Login solid here. Uname pivot must present, and also here uname pivot I given. No, this is not HTML field name. Database. In database I given this uname pivot. Same should be there. But here UN if you write pivot, PW if you write, here also you have to write UN pivot PW. These are database fields, must match. This table name must match. This is must match in the database. Their field name one type, here one type if you write, again error comes. Okay, that you have to take care. And also connection variable, it should be outside. If it is local variable, you cannot access here. Here you cannot access. These all you have to take care while writing programs. Okay. This is about login solid, registration solid, complete login application. This is this program also I'll share in Google Classroom. No need to worry. Now, next concept. Is it clear? Any doubts are there in this program? What you do is, without seeing the notebook, you try to do it. Okay. If you don't get, just one time, two time, you try. Still, if you don't get, you can see the notes. Now, here. Now, next concept, initialization parameters. Post get already explained. Okay, Tomcat, how to copy. Okay, otherwise write it. In order to work with the above example, copy OJDBC 6_G .jar file into Tomcat lib folder. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat lib. Write this one. In the database, capital letter, small letter works, not a problem. Database side encryption possible. Post to get, difference already explained. In order to work with the above example, copy OJDBC 6_G file into Tomcat lib folder. In this folder, you have to copy. If it is not working, use this. So 3 different ways. You can copy manually in a normal lib folder, or this lib folder, or jar file, build path. So actually build path you can add here. Is it over? Here, how to use build path? You studied no, any jar file. Select the project, right click, build path, configure build path. Here libraries, here class path, here add external jars. Select the jar file. This is one way. Okay. If it is not working, go for this. Okay. If it is not working, use this. This is one more approach. Directly I copied in Tomcat lib folder, I copied. Okay. In this program, any doubts are there? In this program, any doubt? Login, registration, any doubt? Google Classroom, you contact admin. I am not responsible. See, now here one question I'll ask, give me answer. If you want to change the database, what we have to do? Now instead of Oracle, I want to go for MySQL or SQL Server or DB2 or Derby. What you have to do? You have to change driver, URL, username, password. This is all you have to change. No, you have to change. But if you change here, again recompilation required. Recompilation. But instead of that, we have one concept, initialization parameters. We can write in XML. XML no need to compile. So next concept, initialization parameters. Initialization parameters. Okay. Note, initialization parameters are used to initialize Solid. Initialization parameters are used to initialize Solid. Initialization parameters are used to initialize Solid. Write it. To configure initialization parameters, in web.xml, to configure initialization parameters in web.xml, we use init param, comma, param name and param value tags. To configure initialization parameters in web.xml, we use init param, param name and param value tags. Example, to configure initialization parameters in web.xml, we use init param, param name and param value tags. Example, is it over? See, suppose this program only. In this program only, web.xml, I'll open. Here I want to configure web.xml initialization parameters to login Solid. Then what we'll do here, see, after Solid class, we'll write init param. Okay. In this init param, we'll write param name, param value. Here we can specify driver. Driver you can write here. Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. This is one parameter. Like this, one more parameter. Init param. Say param name, param value, year. This type of parameter, one is for driver, one more for URL, one more for username, one more for password. Now, one parameter I written, year, one more parameter, URL, year, JDBC colon, Oracle colon, thin colon, at localhost colon, 1521 colon XE, URL, year, username. Whatever you write, you are remember again same must match in Solid. Suppose username, system, year, password, manager. See, 4 parameters are written. This is example. Like this, you can configure. If you want to change the database, then you need to change only XML. Okay. Example. What you do is Solid onwards, write it. So Solid onwards, description optional, display name optional. Otherwise, Solid name onwards, write it. Enough. Write this part. Otherwise, 1 minute. I'll copy in Notepad. Now, unnecessary things I'll remove. Say, these all welcome files have to explain, not completed. Right, Diesel. Right, this type. These are called initialization parameters. If you want to change the database, you need to change only XML if you do like this. So where you have to write, you have to remember after solid class, after solid class you have to write initialization parameters. After solid class you have to write. See, before solid close initialization parameter should be there before solid close, and after solid class you have to write initialization parameters. Is it over? How to retrieve, how to implement, we'll see in tomorrow class. Okay, how to retrieve